Keg11 here, and welcome to the 1998 Argentine Grand Prix from the Autodromo Oscar Alfredo Galvez in Buenos Aires. Now, this is the last Argentinian Grand Prix as of 2014. The reason for that is that the the organisers of the event, ran out of money and weren't able to hold a 99 Argentine Grand Prix, and subsequently their position in the calendar was taken up by the Malaysian Grand Prix, which had, as of 1998 was still in talk. So, although it is sad to see a Grand Prix go, I didn't feel too much of an attraction to this because, like I said in the last Argentine Grand Prix video, that this is a track that I've only played in these two F1 games, so I wasn't very familiar with it. And even still, it didn't really jump out as a really favorite track. It felt middle speed. Some of the corners where they go uphill or downhill are a bit tricky, but overall it is raceable. It's not like that it's completely broken, so not a track that I would readily suggest to people in going to try, but if you do, go right ahead. And hopefully, thinking about it, hopefully I can get a better position next year, because although I went mediocre in comparison, I started in 18th, got up to 16th, but if the last two races have anything to go by, it should go well in this race. In the real life though, Michael Schumacher wins this race from Mika Hakkinen and Eddie Irvine, so I think it's Ferrari's first win of the season after having two races of McLaren domination, so that should move Ferrari up a bit. If anything though, the only key incident I can see is Jacques Villeneuve crashing out after running into Coulthard's McLaren with in gearbox problems. Coulthard's McLaren had gearbox problems, so he knocked him out. But Coulthard managed to regain that and other problems to score 6th place, so it wasn't too bad. But also, looking at the history, this is the only fastest lap of Alexander Wurst, the guy that I'm replacing for these videos. He managed to get the fastest time with a 1:28.179, so congratulations on to him. Obviously, that lap time's going to be much faster in our version, but who's counting? So now looking at the Drivers' Championship, we have Kent Levin, myself, in the lead on 20 points after still winning the first two races of the season. And following behind him is David Coulthard on 8 points. So Coulthard didn't really score terribly high in Brazil, so that gave myself a 12-point advantage. But it's still early days. The McLaren still can keep up. As you can see, Mika Hakkinen won second last race, so he's up to drawn 4th position with... Mika Hakkinen scored... The point is, Hakkinen scored a good point scoring position, so he's up to equal 4th with Untitled Chapter, who did score 2nd place, which is congratulations to him and to Williams. Other than that, I can see Schumacher in 3rd place on 7 points. Eddie Irvine's moved down the order, now he's in 5th place. And rounding out the point scoring position, we've got Jarno Trulli drawing with Jean Alesi. Alesi scored 1 point in Brazil, so he gave Sauber his first point and now 6th in the championship. And now looking at the Constructors' Championship, Benetton is still in the lead on 20 points. McLaren Mercedes are 6 points behind on 14. And Ferrari are in 3rd place in 10 points. So similar results I'm getting from 1997. But like I said, with the Drivers' Championship, this is still early days. McLaren and Ferrari can catch up, or even Benetton can hang on to the lead. We'll just have to wait and see. It would be a really big help if Giancarlo Fisichella could score a few points for Benetton. Williams McLaren has jumped up to 4th place thanks to Frenson's 2nd place. They're on 6 points. Frenson the only point scoring position for Williams McLaren at this point. And rounding out the point scoring positions, like in the Drivers' Championship, Prost Peugeot on 1 and Sauber Petronas on 1, drawn for 5th place. So with that done, let's have a look at where everyone will be starting for this race. Mika Hakkinen has scored his first pole for this race with a 1:28.24, so Levin's not going to be starting on the front row, but doesn't matter, we've had a good run. Falling behind Hakkinen, we got Michael Schumacher, just 0.06 of a second behind Hakkinen, starting in second place, and then David Coulthard and Eddie Irvine. So we got a McLaren, Ferrari for the first 2 rows. So we can see a good battle on there. The best of the rest is myself, Count Levin, after scoring a 1:21.560. So 3/4 of a second behind Hakkinen, but not that I'm fast. I'm starting near the front. I can pass all the drivers to get into the lead. We shall see. And rounding out the top 10, we've got Jana Lacey, Untitled Frenson, Giancarlo Fisichella, my teammate, Damon Hill in the Jordan, and Johnny Herbert in the second Sauber. So overall, not too bad top 10. We can see the typical championship protagonists there. And looking at the rest of the qualifying grid, this looks very similar to what it was in Brazil and in turn Australia. Yeah. So you have Ralph Schumacher ahead of Villeneuve, Salo's a bit way down, Rubens Barrichello's lower towards mid-pack, and towards the back, we've got the 2 Tyrrells, the 2 Prost, surprisingly, and the 2 Minardi. So I'm not sure what's to go with. This must be game related, because like I said before, it isn't the best game, but still, as long as we can see significant position changes where it matters, like point scoring, things like that, I really couldn't care less. Although I would like to see the qualifying results change somewhat. I don't really like seeing particularly Prost be in the back of the pack all the time, because they're meant to be mid-class. Although I did hear that their relationship with Peugeot in his first year wasn't very good. But enough of me yapping, let's get to this race, shall we? Right, here we go, the group for the Argentine Grand Prix, and the lights are about to go out. Now we're underway, and looks like the McLarens and the Ferraris have gone off to a good start, but Kent Levin not as much. If we get John Lacey, I think, passing in as we come into the first corner of the curve number uno, as I crash into both a Jordan and John Lacey's Sauber. So not a good start for me in comparison to the other races of this season, but I'm still in 6th place though, so there's still hope for me as we go past Confidentiaria for the first time, coming into corners 4 and 5. And following that we got Curva Numero 8, which is weird considering this is not corner number 6. Come to the back straight now. Punch up again to 4th, 5th, 6. Now we're going to the very fast corner 7 as we get off track a little bit. Not a problem. Oh, Lacey slowed down very much in the Sauber. And am I going to make a move? Yes, I can. As we get into 5th place as we go past corner 8 against Tata a Los Mixtos. And as we make a little bit more contact with the Lacey's Sauber, but no harm done. I'm still in 5th place behind both Ferraris. So it looks like Coulthard managed to get ahead of Michael Schumacher to have 2nd place behind his teammate Mika Hakkinen, and give him the support we need as I understeer coming into the S de Senna, the 2nd Senna S in Formula 1, and the last one, I think. I'm not sure, because I've done them, as I said last year. There's one in Brazil, there's one in Argentina, and there's one in Adelaide. If you guys seen any old Australian Grand Prix in Adelaide, or V8 Supercars, Eclipse 500 by any chance. Oh, we must have come into the first corner a bit too quick. We locked up and almost slid out there, but not a problem there. And is it just me, or did I just see Irvine's number change for some reason? I think I must have tried to get 3rd place from his teammate Schumacher, but it wasn't very successful. As we look here, I'm 3 seconds behind Irvine, but it's not a problem. I'm getting points scoring position, and I'm running a good race, considering, as I said before, this is not a track I'm that experienced nor like. Apart from this bit there, this is nice and fast, and I can get through this corner 7 quite quickly, so I really enjoy that. A break coming around this corner isn't too bad either. But it's the Senna S after this corner, Cajon, that always gets me all the time. It wasn't like this, actually. In fact, there's several different variations of the Oscar Juan Galvez track. It used to, after the first corner, it used to go around an S called Este Suevo, really fast up towards the hairpin and then really fast back, and then went along that little complex that has the Este and things like that. There's now much more tighter here, which
I don't think a lot of drivers like. As we come across the finish line to start our third lap, I saw Häkkinen in the lead, followed by David Coulthard and Michael Schumacher. Eddie Irvine's in 4th place, almost 2 seconds behind myself. And behind me, I think I saw Hill, Damon Hill, and the Jordan. Well, if it was, it'd be really good. Catching a little bit against Eddie Irvine. But thinking about it though, I think 11, or I should rather get 1 or 2 more positions up, because if Häkkinen wins this, then his points goes up to 16, so that brings him straight up to 2nd, I think. Which will have to mean that he'll be closing on me soon. If I want to hang on to the lead at this point, I need to get ideally a podium position. But if we don't do mistakes like that, we should be able to get through fine. I'm going a little bit too far inside of Cajon, but didn't lose me a lot. It didn't lose me too much speed in regards to positioning, but it did cause Irvine to drive away from me. Well. As we come to the final corner, the Curva de Parga. Easily. After 4th lap, Häkkinen, Coulthard, Michael Schumacher, Eddie Irvine, Kent Levin, and Heinz-Held Frentzen in the Williams. I apologise. So Hill must be a little bit further down. As we see a little bit of vibration coming from the front left of my Benetton. I think it's because of the aerodynamics as we come across the crest on the pit straight. I think that's what caused me to almost spin out 1 or 2 laps ago. But it didn't cause too much time. That is causing too much time. I got serious doubts that we're going to get any more positions in this race, unless we can use, particularly here, to catch up a lot of time and pull off some flawless laps. Then we might be able to catch Irvine, but I can't see as we go offline, as we come into Entrada de los Mixtos. Not a problem there. I can see the Ferrari just ahead of me. Both Ferraris, actually. If I keep my eye on the prize, I should be able to catch them within a lap or so. Yeah, because as you saw that last sector, I managed to get really quickly and catch up. But see, I told you. Whoa, there's a big bank. Mika Häkkinen gone. So it looks like we've just developed a 4-car battle pack between David Coulthard, Michael Schumacher, Eddie Irvine, and myself. As we barrel into the last corner a bit too quickly and just clip the rear of Eddie Irvine, but that hasn't changed anything. I don't want another debacle as we did back at Suzuka last year. That's the last thing I need. And looking at the top 6, Alesi's up to 6th place again, so he's passed Heinz-Held Frentzen, and now possibly giving Salvo an extra point. So kudos to him, the former driver for Benetton, the guy I think I replaced actually. But not having very much success in trying to catch up to Eddie Irvine and overtaking, probably because I'm concerned that I'm going to run into him. I just fuck her up, really. Oh, it looks like an approach. Oh, that's a great aggressive move from Levin. I'm not sure what happened, but Eddie Irvine was very, very slow coming out of corner 7. So I can go barreling through at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And to avoid a collision, I steer straight inside, destabilizing the car, but I managed to pull it up very well before going to Los Mixtos and takes 4th place. Now I'm just 3 seconds behind Michael Schumacher. Achievable? I believe so. As we come across the final corner to complete our 4th lap. Thinking about it, actually, fastest laps. Considering how far Häkkinen's in the lead and haven't seen any banners up for who's got the fastest lap, I can only assume that Häkkinen may have the fastest lap, faster than 1:20. Nah, I'm just causing problems all over the track. I don't recall having a very clean lap throughout any part of this race, which is not very good. And thinking about not very good, Michael Schumacher has overtaken David Coulthard to get 2nd place. So I'm now 2.5 seconds behind David Coulthard. So if Michael Schumacher manages to catch Mika Häkkinen on this last lap, actually, then there'll be continuity. But looking that although I have seen Coulthard and Schumacher, Häkkinen, I think Häkkinen's got this race. So that gives Häkkinen his first race of the season, and McLaren for a few years, actually. So congratulations for him, potentially. We'll just have to wait and see. Why does it say I'm 4th? I'm in 3rd place. Yeah, I'm going to stay in 3rd after I messed up at center S's again. Broke out within 8/100 to Coulthard, so we come to the final corner now. Oh, a bit too wide there. No problem. And there it is. Hakkinen McLaren Mercedes, the winner of the 1998 Argentine Grand Prix. 2nd place, Michael Schumacher. 3rd place, David Coulthard. 4th place, Kent Levin. 5th, Irvine. And I assume 6th place, we'll be verifying this in a minute, to Jean Alesi in the Sauber. So another point for Sauber. And all in all, not a bad race. A successful race. I managed to get, 3 points. So, not as successful as the first 2 races, but hey, this is my first time I'm in a really successful team. And I'm not expecting any World Championship victories. So, this position is what I would like to get more of throughout the season as it progresses. And looking at the Grand Prix results, I was correct. Mika Hakkinen wins the race by 5.5 seconds over Michael Schumacher. Mika managed to get ahead of Schumacher at the start and just pulls on the lead till the end. Coming in 3rd place to round out the podium, we've got David Coulthard, about 2 seconds behind Michael Schumacher, and about another 2 seconds behind Coulthard, we got myself, Kent Levin. So, starting from 5th place, going 1 position ahead, I think the whole team could be satisfied from that. Probably not as satisfied as a win, but I don't care about that at this point. And like I said, the last 2 point scoring positions go to Eddie Irvine, whom I overtook under great circumstances. Then Jean Alesi in the Sauber. So congratulations to Alesi and Sauber there. And now looking at the Drivers' Championship following this race, Kent Levin is still on 23, but Mika Hakkinen has jumped up from 4th to 2nd on 16 points, just 7 points behind Levin. So Levin might need to outpace Hakkinen a bit to keep his lead quite secure there, but considering the McLaren's case, both McLaren's, it's going to be a tall order. In 3rd place, we got Michael Schumacher on 13 points, so he's moved up to go 3rd place. The big loser in all this is David Coulthard. He scored 3rd place though, but he has dropped 2 positions down to 4th place, so it's a bit disappointing. But I got premonitions that he's just going to turn out like in real life, that Coulthard, although he's number 1 driver, will have to play the supporting role to Mika Hakkinen. Rounding out the point scoring positions, we've got Untitled Chapter failing to score this round. Eddie Irvine on 5 points. Jean Alesi passing Jarno Trulli to score 2 points, and Trulli still on 1 point. And in the Constructors' Championship, McLaren Mercedes have assumed the lead for the first time this season on 28 points. The combined efforts of Coulthard's 3rd place and Hakkinen's win see them ahead of Benetton by 5 points. Ferrari is in 3rd place with 18. And following behind them, we've got Williams Mechachrome on 6 points, Albert Petronas on 2, not drawing with Prost anymore. Prost is still on 1 point. And following them, the only 4 teams that haven't scored is Minardi, Jordan, Stewart, and Tyrrell. Although I would like to see Jordan score 1 or 2 points, because they scored 5th place last year, if you guys recall. And if they are not scoring throughout the whole season, that's not going to be very good. So there we have it for the 98 Argentine Grand Prix, the final Argentine Grand Prix. Overall, it was a really good race. Actually, driving this track, it felt a lot easier to drive in this game than it was in 97. So I'm not sure if it's experience or the handling physics or whatever, or how we're not sure, but I'm really chuffed about this race. And with that also, it's the last race of the opening international rounds. Next race, we head to Europe for the rest of the year, except for 1 race in Japan at the end. So I hope you all guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys at the next round in San Marino.